Football with friends is fun as hell. My name is Alex Dunlap here with Cody Carpentier for a special edition of Football with Friends. Hope everybody's doing great. We're going to talk today about the 2026 NFL draft, even though we still are in the year of our Lord 2025, and talk about some of these Longhorns that are looking to get into the NFL next year. Cody, you had an interesting post on X from a while back about some trends you'd noticed about the number of draft picks. And we of course, all know that Mike Elko and the Aggies are getting 12 in this next year, according to Elko. Was it 12 or 13 that you said was an important number?
Well, the threshold that I used was 12. So in 2024, Texas, of course, had 11. That was the Byron Murphy Xavier Worthy year. This last year, Texas had 12. And of the teams with 12 or more over the course of the last ever, Georgia has 15. That's the best all time. They won a national title. They also appeared on this list with 13 in 2025. Ohio State had 14 this last year. They won the national title. Ohio State also appeared on here in 2004 and 2016, but they did win that national title this year. LSU appeared on here once with 14. They won a national title. Michigan appeared on here in 2024 with 13. They won a national title. And Alabama appeared on here once with 12. They won a national title. The only team on that list that I just read off that did not win a national title or has not won a national title whilst being on this list of 12 or more drafted players is the University of Texas.
What about Georgia, you said, though?
Georgia won in 2022.
Oh, but how many did they have in 2025?
13, and they lost to the runner-up Notre Dame.
Yeah, so
it's more. The theory was more about if you're on this list multiple times, you're going to win a title.
Okay.
And if you've been on the list, you've won a title. So like Michigan's been on there once, they won a title. Alabama's on there once, they've won a title. Georgia's on there multiple times, they've won a title, lost a title. Ohio State won a title, been in Fiesta Bowls. LSU was on there once, they won a title. Texas has been on there once, and they didn't win.
So, all right. So the question is, does Texas get 12 guys drafted this next year? And if so, history would tell us that Cody's guaranteeing a national title.
Oh, bingo. That's the math.
All right. So I think that where do we start? I mean, I
line.
Okay. So on the offensive line, are we putting in the guys who? So Cole Hudson's going to be a senior. DJ Campbell is going to be a senior. Technically, Gooseby would be eligible as a redshirt sophomore. Nato Yamusalo would be eligible. That's kind of about it.
My two are Gooseby and DJ Campbell. Hudson, I think, will obviously be eligible, but I don't think he'll be drafted. I think I'm going to go Campbell and Trevor Gooseby are both going to be a part of this class. Are we putting rounds on these guys?
Yeah.
All right. I'll put today, I'll say late first on Gooseby, and I'll say I think DJ Moore gets into day 2. So round 2-3.
DJ Campbell.
Yeah.
DJ Moore.
DJ Moore.
Who did get into day 2. Yeah, he did. Didn't he? Or
he was after day 1.
Or did DJ Moore go in the first round? I've already.
I think he was like 24th overall.
Okay.
Degenerate brains over here.
That's gonna bother me. I thought he was in the 40s. Was he? Did he have round 1 draft capital? DJ Moore.
DJ Moore was drafted in the first round, 28 draft, 24th overall.
24th. So you had it exactly right. I'll say Trevor. Here's the thing about Gooseby, man. If he plays the same way that we've seen him play, like mainly in the Texas A&M game versus really good players that were drafted highly in the NFL draft, first and second round, respectively, in Shamar Stewart, Nick Scorton, those kinds of guys. That game to me was just the epic, just stamp of total approval on the guy. I still I have a hard time for a guy that's got like 3 career starts, putting him into the first round next season. You know?
Amarius Mims.
I'm gonna be a coward and put a second round on Trevor Gooseby. Somebody will say that, stuff will come out about his play strength or like something like this, and like he'll be looked at as a developmental guy and very young. Um, DJ
Gosh.
Campbell, DJ Campbell. How many? I mean, unless you're considered like one of the top guards in the whole country, I I kind of I kind of think he's a borderline. I think DJ Campbell is going to go round 4.
Just outside the top 100.
Exactly. I'm just like I was thinking about it, and I was thinking in that exact framing. I'm like, if you're not one of the best guards in the country, are you going to go inside the top 100?
Well, do you think he gets drafted ahead of Christian Jones and Cam Williams?
Yes. Yep. I do. And both those guys were day 3 picks.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think. All right. So Gooseby Campbell, that's 2. Tight end. Will Jack Injuries get drafted?
I think he'll be one of the right now. On the outlook, I haven't watched any of these guys, but on the outlook, he looks like one of the top 5 tight ends in the class right now. So I would say he does.
Is he really?
Yeah.
In Texas, and so I haven't looked at the whole scope of the class, but okay. Well, gosh, if he's top, this was a strong tight end class last year, but what the 5th tight end was probably off the board by round 3.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's kind of where I'm at.
Jack Injuries round 3, maybe top of day 3. What if he comes in? He's awesome.
We're on round 3, 4. I mean, yeah, he could. I mean, yeah. Imagine if he comes in, he's a world beater. I'm gonna go round 3, 4.
Becomes Arch's favorite target or something.
Would it completely shock you? No.
No, but you never know how these things are gonna pan out. So we'll say Jack Injuries round 3, 4. It'll be interesting to come back and watch this before the draft.
Are you gonna take DJ Moore? Or Jesus, I did it again. Are you gonna take DeAndre Moore? You gonna take DeAndre Moore?
I think DeAndre Moore is the only. I mean, that's the only guy that could go pro.
Yeah, that. Well, yeah. What round are you putting him in though? I'm putting him in round 2 right now.
Oh no, I don't think DeAndre Moore goes round 2. I mean, if we're talking about attributes and stuff, I know he's fast, and I know he's got the quicks. Do you consider him to be an elite route runner?
I wouldn't say he's elite right now, but you get another year, another off season in, another season in. You can play with Arch. Like once we do it, when we get to the point where we do a bold take show.
Yep,
I got a bold prediction on DeAndre Moore.
Okay, well, let's save that one for that. I'm going to say he goes around the same time as dudes like Jalen Noel. When did he go? Round 3?
Yeah, but you thought he was going to be round 2.
I know. All right. Well, where did
went 79th overall?
Yeah, that's about DeAndre Moore's speed, dude. And he could end up coming back.
Wait, hold up. So you just said, oh no, he's not going round 2. And round 2 is 65, but then Jalen Noel picked 79.
Yeah, but still, it's middle of the third. It's middle of the third. 15 picks in.
You're funny.
Well, but it's true. It's
oh no, he's not going round 2. 14 picks later, off the board.
Yeah. I don't see Trey. Is Trey Wisner on your list?
I put Wisner on the list because I think he goes because this running back room is getting claustrophobic. And I've seen shows out there that are like labeling Wisner as a top 10 back in college this year. Now, from an NFL perspective, the trade, I don't like, I'm going to have to see something this year to like have a definitive run style that translates. Cause I just like, he's such an odd back to me when you're translating to the NFL. So I need to see some more, but I don't really know what to do for kind of a round for running back like Trey. Maybe like a round 4, something like this.
He's gonna well, but here's the thing, Cody. The committee only comes back with 2 grades, round 1, round 2, or go back to school. He's
Yeah,
gonna get a go back to school
of
grade.
course. Yeah, yeah, of course.
I kinda think he comes back.
And does what? Like Baxter's gonna be there. Like
I know,
that
but
room
it's
is
like all of a sudden we're just I mean, all of a sudden we're just telling people to ignore the committee and just go be a 6th round pick.
what we're not telling anybody to do anything. We're just saying that let's call a spade here. Like in reality, every year people don't listen to the committee. Every year people don't listen to the committee. I mean, we hear every year that there's like 14 guys that have true first round grades. It's like, well, how many got true second round grades in? So there's like maybe 50 guys that should technically go out in the draft. Like I think when you look at this backfield, Baxter also, if you look on social media right now, CJ Baxter's been posting stuff where he's been running and doing work with no sleeves, no braces, no on. So I'll be interested to see what Baxter looks like this fall. Christian Clark, Gibson, the 2 freshmen from this last year, James Simon, Ricky Stewart, plus you don't know what they're going to bring in this recruiting cycle. It could be KJ Edwards and Derek Cooper. It's like that all of a sudden you got 7 dudes in that backfield that you're like, yeah, we got to get some touches to some of these dudes. You know,
Fair.
I don't know. It's not like they're going to say, "Hey, Wisner, you can't come back." But
Okay, well, I'm not adding him to my list of guys who are going. I
I'm
think if
putting
he
him on the
went
list.
I think if he went, he would go like 6th round.
I'm going round 4/5. Trey Wisner, he's on my list.
Okay. And then obviously no quarterbacks. We're not gonna do
Yeah,
that.
no
Okay.
clickbait here. What
All
about
right.
you? Got anything else on offense? That's all I got on offense.
That's all I got.
All right, so that's 5 guys: Gooseby, Campbell, Endries, Moore, and I got Wisner. Alex does not on offense. Now we go to defense. This is where it gets wild.
Harry. All right, so I'll start at strong side defensive end. Would Ethan Burke's gonna get drafted?
Yeah, I'm sending Burke, and I mean he's got the traits, so I
4th
think
round?
I like that. I like that.
Is that when Baron Sorrell went?
Baron Sorrell was pick 22 in round 4.
I like that. At defensive, like interior defensive line. So Travis Shaw is a senior, Cole Brevard is a senior,
Yep, yep.
Levon Johnson's a junior.
I think on merit, I'm going to put a 6th on Shaw, and
Yeah,
then probably a 5th on Brevard, just because I haven't seen Brevard. But I
I,
think that
I think,
Brevard number could go.
yeah, I think, dude, I think Cole Brevard could have the kind of season. I think Cole Brevard could easily have a Vernon Broughton type season and be a 3rd rounder.
Okay, 4/5. Then that's where I'm going with Brevard.
Okay, and then so what are we at now? Burke, Shaw,
Burke, Shaw,
Brevard.
Brevard.
Okay. At the edge, we'll have Trey Moore, who kind of like outside linebacker edge. He'll get drafted. This all depends on. I think it depends on his sack production, and I know that the team really does view him as a major piece. That he's like when they talk about the Colin Simmonses, the Anthills, the Trey Moores, the Michael Tafts. They people around the program talk about him like that.
Do
Um,
do you
I
think
think he
that
could. I think he could go as high as 2nd round.
Well, I was going to ask a deeper question than that. Do you think he's a guy that has like a range in draft capital from like Baron Sorrell, pick 124, all the way up to like in the 20s?
Oh, like some kind of pick 29 or something like
Yeah,
that to the
some type of
Ravens.
fit where he has 10, 12 sacks this year, and he's 6'3", 251 pounds, and he
Yeah,
runs quick, and he has a great pre-draft. It's like, holy shnikes, right?
yeah.
And
10,
like
10, 10, 12 sacks. He's going number 29 to to Baltimore or something.
that's exactly the team that came to my mind. I
Yeah.
hate that.
Okay. So Trey Moore, add him to the list. We know. So the interesting thing to think about here, so Ant Hill is going to go. I'm going to say 1st round for Ant
Yeah.
Hill.
Yep.
Brad Spence becomes interesting because he'll be. I just don't. I mean, I don't know
I
how
think
much
he
he's going to
stays.
play. I kind of think he stays too. So let's not add him onto the list. At nickel, Jelani McDonald will be eligible.
I think he stays. I think Gilbo goes.
Okay, so Gilbo. What I have no idea what kind of grade to put on Gilbo. I got to see how he looks with more reps at outside corner.
Yep. I think you just label it day 2 right now, but I don't. That's a soft label.
All right.
Would you rather draft Muhammad or Gilbo if you're a GM?
I don't know. Probably Gilbo.
Oh, that sounded very.
Because it could end up being really wrong. Like I said, I don't want to watch this thing back and just be.
We're watching it back in about 350 days.
I think Gilbo. Are you putting Manny Muhammad in this draft class?
I did.
With what?
Round 3.
Okay. I need to see how he tests, man. If he's an outside corner that runs a 4.54 or something like that, I don't think he goes round 3.
His cousin Jabbar Muhammad, UDFA out of Oregon this year, 5'9", 1/8, 182 pounds, 28 5-inch arms, 9-inch hands, 4.54.
4.54. Okay. Yeah. If he, I don't know.
And again, that's not saying that Manny's the exact same size, because right now on the Texas website, Manny's listed at 6 foot, 178. So he also seems like he's got a little bit longer arms, which is obviously an advantage and a plus. And I don't know what that speed is, like you said.
I'm putting in both starting safeties, Derek Williams and Michael Taft. Michael Taft's a senior. Derek Williams is a junior.
Okay, I didn't put in Williams.
I think he's already been hurt once, and he's going to come back, and if he returns to complete form, he's going to be one of the most dominating players on the whole defense.
Okay.
Why not?
Did you put McDonald on here?
No.
Okay.
So I have Derek Williams and I have Taft, and I'll say Derek Williams day 2, Michael Taft round 6.
Okay, so the one hiccup here is I have Wisner, you do not. Mm-hmm. You have Williams, I do not. So I think we're both at 13 here.
So basically, we're both based on your stats. It means it's a guaranteed national championship 2025 for the Texas Longhorns.
Lock it in.
Congratulations. Lock it in. All right. Email us, fwfemails@gmail.com. Find Cody on X at Cody Carpentier. I'm Alex Dunlap, NFL. Please like the show, subscribe to the channel, tell your friends about the show. And if it's your first time watching the show, a little bit of an abbreviated one this week, as Cody and I are off, but we want to make sure that we have these shows for you guys. So we'll have these kind of abbreviated ones throughout the rest of the week. And coming in the next week, back for the longer form shows every night at 6 p.m. right here on Orange Bloods Live. Thank you guys for being here. God bless you. For Cody, I'm Alex. We're done.